Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Go to Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channel message. I hope this message finds you blessed and full of abundance. As always, my sweets. I'm sorry if I look a little tired. It's very early in the morning. Spirit woke me up very early before sunrise today, and I've been at it already, pulling messages and stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. You've been given an idea. You've been given a purpose. And you might be having some feeling of self-doubt. You might be having some feelings of insecurities rising up. You might be having some fears. You might be having imposter syndrome, like rising up from within you. But don't doubt yourself. This is a very lucrative path in more than one way, a very abundant and prosperous path for you to take here. Because we have unexpected income and sudden wealth. I definitely feel like you're just going to kind of be doing your thing, and like you're going to be chasing after this because it feels good, because it's an alignment. You know, you're doing this collaboration with soul family and things, and I definitely think that the material world is going to give back to you because you are putting this really positive energy into this, like into the 3D field. And I feel like the 3D field is going to give back that abundance and that prosperity and that happiness and that light vibration to you with this privileged lady here. So overcome this, because like your freedom lies here in this place. A deeper freedom, not only financially, or for some of you it's about location. It's about you getting an opportunity to move away and to find freedom and freedom of self-expression. You might be moving away from karmic friends and family and having like this taste of freedom and this taste of like, I can do it. I can support myself. Like I can make it. I will make it. You know, I'm being supported. There's also this energy here of this type of freedom being some concern for some Empress in reverse here, some shadow Empress energy here. Now this could be a representation of the old, of stagnant, or kind of karmic friends or family members. Maybe even for some of you, it could be like a karmic boss or something like that. Somebody that's in like this shadow feminine energy. But it's kind of this energy of wanting to rule or have like the sovereignty over you. For some of you, definitely this also is a simultaneous death of the ego. The shadow Empress energy is like pulling up all of these fears and doubts and shadowy energy here that's reminding me of kind of like an ego death here, of your ego giving you these messages of concern about your freedom that you would get from you being in the driver's seat instead of your ego being in the driver's seat. But I also do think that there is a marrying of that in your 3D world within some kind of physical person as well, or people, some kind of physical environment, even maybe is kind of reflecting this kind of feeling that you can't make it. But Spirit is telling you, put your concerns in our hands. Put your concerns in our hands about this death energy, about let yourself be at peace with this ego death energy. Let yourself be at peace with the ending of karmic contracts with karmic friends, family members, jobs, places, and allow yourself to step into this high honor energy. And also Spirit is saying, put your expectations in our hands, because we are showing you what is going to bring this high vibrational energy into your life. Put your concerns in our hands, which is going to help you be in a higher vibration. And that higher vibration is going to affect your expectations. And your expectations are going to come from a much higher place. But it's also this energy of like, put your concerns, put your expectations in the hands, and understand like if you are putting your future, your destiny, and any kind of worries or fears or insecurities that you have that in our hands, like what's not possible? Anything is possible in the hands of God. Anything is possible in the hands of, you know, your spirit guides, your angels, those on the other side that are helping you align, you know? And again, it's like, understand that this is bringing an end to this mask. It's bringing an end to your ego. It's bringing an end to these karmic contracts with people. It's bringing an end to this falseness here. And the shadow energy here. Oh. Exactly. Courthouse. And it's bringing this balance and justice energy here. You have a whole community, like a whole spirit community that is coming together to help you, to assist you. Spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, ancestors, all of them coming together. Exactly. And there was this renewal. I've been getting that message all day today. There's like a return of the maiden energy, this kind of renewal energy, where the shadow empress energy is it is being evaporated, or it is being pulled out of your energy, and it is being replaced with this kind of innocence and this kind of very light, very young, renewed, fresh energy. It's kind of reminded me, I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like an Ace of Wands, I'm seeing an Ace of Cups. It's like this fresh, renewed beginning energy, and it is this kind of energy of dropping this kind of Ten of Cups feeling. The Lovers, and this energy of partnering up with spirit, partnering up with high vibrational people, soul family. And it's the ending of these karmic contracts here. There's also an ending of like secretism or keeping things locked away. There is also this kind of energy here, because I just suddenly, out of nowhere, I got this energy of like third eye blockages. There is also this energy of like your sight being blocked. Something about seeing things very clearly, like your perception is going to change a lot. And there's this energy of seeing yourself and seeing your role here, seeing your capabilities. And also it's the energy of seeing outside yourself, seeing outside of your insecurities, stepping outside of that kind of blocking energy that the ego can cast, that kind of mask, that kind of veil, and stepping outside of yourself and seeing yourself from a higher perspective. And it's also stepping outside of this energy of like, I don't want to say of hard work, but like things have to be hard. Like there has to be resistance. It's taking away this kind of like, I have to work twice as hard, or one step back, 1 step forward, 10 steps back. But yeah, so there's this kind of, because I twisted that all around. 1 step back, 10 steps forward. Because you might have been feeling like you were trying to make such progress, but your karma or something kept holding you back. Something that you were going through. There was this kind of limiting energy here that made you feel like, you tried to take a step forward and it pulled you 10 steps back. But now there's this kind of reversal of that energy where it's like, you might have some bad days, or you might have some setbacks, but it's like, but they're offsetted with 10 steps forward. Offsetted? They're offset. Exactly. There's this huge change coming in your life. For some of you, it could also come with a movement as well, which means like a movement in the energy. Yeah, there's a gift coming in for you. Yeah. There's this huge gift coming in for journey. It's the journey of like an upgrade, right? So it's like, oh, you're not just even in a car driving away. You are like on a train. And there's something here about the steam, like the power of that. Like maybe the car or something that you have, whatever the vehicle was, whatever was that you were using, wasn't powerful enough or strong enough to break away. But there is this kind of energy of a gift of like a really strong, like bam, like it's a really big influx of movement energy and it's blowing away all this, any kind of insecurities or stagnancy or anything that was making you feel like, but I can't achieve that because of this. There is this energy of all of those things just like being tied away, like dotting your T's and, or dotting your I's and crossing your T's, and this kind of energy of like this massive movement and step forward that is propelling you out of any kind of karmic energy or any kind of old stagnant energy. And it's like this massive amount, like influx of energy that just like gives you that boost that you need to just get out of there. Yeah. And this is some kind of contract here that's coming in here. Yeah, it could come in the form of like a new occupation or like a new opportunity here. And it's coming in here because of all the transformation that you've made. It's a part of your path. You know, it's leading you out of the darkness, you know, and leading you into the light. And it's causing a lot of transformation that's going to touch a lot of areas of your life. Yeah. And it's coming with this death energy too. It's coming to end. To put an end on a certain time period in your life. Wrapping up a karmic cycle here of you feeling imprisoned, or you feeling trapped, or you feeling held down. Justice is coming here to end these contracts. Like, you fulfilled these contracts now, and it can end. That cycle, that past cycle can end now. Yeah, this coffin card, 19 breaks down to a 10, right? That's the end of a cycle. Judgment is being called here on this situation now. Yeah, I'm hearing, okay, you gave them a chance, or okay, you gave it your all. There could have been a situation here where it was like you made an agreement to come into contact with certain people, and it's like, okay, if they choose to ascend with me, then they can come with me. I'll give them a chance to ascend, or to heal, or to apologize, or to make amends, to show up and do what they're supposed to, you know, to assist me the way that they've agreed to. And if they are not able to, you know, then it's about leaving that behind. There's something here about leaving it behind. Courtship. Yeah. I think you're going to see a huge shift in the type of people that are in your life, that are entering your life. It's going to be much more, that 4 energy, it's going to be much more stable, much more balanced. Yeah, exactly. And it's the end to this bad health energy. Absolutely. Again, 31 breaks down to a 4. It's this stabilization of this energy. And it's kind of like you had to work this out of your system. Like, there were certain people that you agreed to come into contact with. And it was almost like kind of like a, yeah, like a test here. Like God was putting you in front of people. And it was a test for them, for their character. Also for you as well, how you would react, how you would handle these people and the way that they were treating you. Yeah. Yeah, house in reverse. There's something here about... there's this kind of death of this surface level 1331 down on the clock. Wow. There is this death of this, and it's 7:07 down on the real time clock. Yeah. So there's this kind of brand new beginning energy that's happening here. And this is fair energy. There's something here about the surface. Like, the house is giving me this energy of like surface level. And again, it's this kind of death of a mask energy, but there's something else here too. Feeling like you're on the outside, feeling like you can't get into the into that inner circle. It's also the death of this kind of like fake, keeping up, this kind of energy of keeping up appearances. It's like, oh no, everything's fine. We have the perfect little family and everything's fine. And we all get along. We all love each other so much, when there's so much like darkness or judgment or, rudeness or insecurity or mistreatment on the inside, there's this kind of ending of that energy of like, oh wow, it looks so nice from the outside. Everything looks like it's just so lovely in there, and they're the perfect little family, or they're the perfect little, couple. And it's like, finally, that mask, that falsity, that certain, I really feel like there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be exposed, and their masks are going to fall, and a lot more people are going to see exactly how horrible some people are and how horrible they've been to you. I feel like there's this like realization, like, oh, because I feel, and it is unfortunate that it has to be this way, but there is something here that's manifesting in the 3D for you that puts into perspective, like, oh, so they were lying about you. So you're really not the person that I thought you are. So you're not as small, or you're not as insecure, or you're not as incapable, or you're not as, I hate to say this, but for some of you, it's like as stupid as I thought you were. It's like, oh, you were playing the long game. Oh, I thought I knew you. Oh, I thought I knew who you were. But the falling of your mask means the revealing of your true self. It means the energy of you feeling safe enough to reveal your authentic self. And walking in your authenticity brings a completely whole new energy to not only you, but to people who were trying to hide that authenticity. If you had people lying on your name, or you had people, yeah, it's this kind of energy of like, I'm not who you said I was. You've been lying on me my whole life, or you've been lying on me this whole time. I'm not who you thought I was. And there's this kind of realization of a lot of projection. There's this realization of like, wait, I thought you said this person was this and that, but look at them. And there is something here about people not being able to see your true self into something manifest into the 3D. It's this kind of, it is this false energy, because these people wear masks and they sit in the ego, and that's why they were fooled by these people's masks to begin with. And it could be the mask of family love. It could be the mask of, like, no, I do this because it's really what's best for you, and it's really like, no, it's really about what's best for you, or it's really about you maintaining power, or it's really about you keeping me insecure, keeping me down. It's really about, you maintaining this perfect family when really you're a horrible person and you mistreat your family. Or it's this kind of energy like, oh, okay, or like, oh, you're so beautiful. People that have like the halo effect, that, people that have this charisma that just kind of lets them like lie their way, or, there is this ending of mask, this ending of falsity, this return of the authenticity. And because you are returning and stepping into your authenticity, it is bringing out this clear vision of other people's authenticity as well. And it's this energy of like, oh, wow, you're really actually a terrible person. Like, you really did that to that person. There is also an energy here of you speaking your truth, of you walking in your truth. And you walking in that truth highlights a lot of lies, or a lot of distortion, a lot of projection, a lot of shadow energy that other people have been in. But this is also about you stepping out of your shadow energy as well, purging this shadow energy from within you and from around you. And people being like, oh, wow. And there is this kind of energy of like, wow, I didn't think you had it in you. Like, wow, you're really succeeding. Or like, wow, you're really, and it comes at the hands of, it comes with some kind of change in the physicality. I really feel like you are coming into a place where all the changes that you have felt internally are finally really going to start to show on the exterior, are going to start to manifest into the 3D reality. And it's going to cause a lot of people that live in their shadow, that live in the ego, that live in the material world, that base everything that they feel and, on things that they feel and hear and see, and not, well, actually less on what they feel to be true and more on what they see to be true. But there's this kind of actual truth shining out. Yeah. Here on the bottom of the deck, we have Lady Portia with overcoming limitations. Karmic release, let go of the need to be right. Yeah, so there is this, again, like I said, this karmic release. Lemurians, clairvoyance, activated psychic awareness, sensitivity, trust your intuition. Exactly. Trust your intuition and where it's guiding you, where it's leading you. And I feel like there's also going to be this awakening of other people's intuition, or this, like, your mask coming off is going to make them face the truth, you know? And it's going to make them have to face the fact that they were projecting their own selves or their own darkness or their own lies or their own issues onto you, because you are walking in your authenticity. And there is this energy of you dropping this kind of this burden, this kind of 10 of wands energy, like holding on to other people's thoughts and expectations and characterizations of you and who you are. And there's this energy of dropping that and walking away from that. I'm also definitely hearing like dropping of codependency as well. Ooh, absolutely. Joan of Arc, sacred activist. Do not be afraid. Stand up for your beliefs. Exactly. There's this energy of I am going to be who I am, regardless of what society tells me I'm supposed to do, or regardless of what and regardless of the fear of what kind of retaliation that you might do to me. I am standing in my beliefs, and I am standing up for those regardless, because I have a light. I have a purpose here. And that purpose involves me being authentic to who I am, regardless of the person you want to try to say I am. There's this like reclaiming of yourself, reclaiming of your authenticity, reclaiming of your self-sovereignty, reclaiming of your story. This is my story. I'm not letting you write who I am. You know? That's powerful. The blue beings, light transformation, wounds healed, important information charging up. Exactly. There is this wound healing energy. You being healed. You stepping into your potential, stepping into your purpose. Exactly. What's sought up here? Cosmic power, unlimited potential, sacred mission initiation. 100%. And that change in self. Manifesting. Exactly. Manifesting with hearts here, the manifestation vortex, manifesting the true version of yourself. Wow. Oh, I knew Kuan Yin was here too. I could feel that energy. Enlightened action, choose compassion, move forward with grace. Absolutely. We have divine knowledge here, higher learning, commit to your vision through study. There is an energy here of learning how to. Yeah, there's this expansive Sagittarian energy for sure. Spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, understanding your inner workings, and miraculous moments. Harmony surround you. Expect miracles. Exactly. Yeah, there's a spiritual awakening, this awakening of the true self, this burning away of the fears or the weights of other people's expectations or other people's masks or other people's projections that they have put out onto you. And again, I just keep hearing that, like reclaiming your story, like you being the author of your story. Woo. Hathor light activation, acceleration, brilliance, stand in your light. Exactly. It's this chance for you and who you really are to stand, to shine. And again, I talked about that return of the maiden, and Hathor would be that maiden energy. And, in relation to like the mother maiden chrome kind of aspects. Paul the Venusian, gifted one, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. Exactly. And with this light activation, you're going through these light activations that are allowing your true self to shine from within. And it's manifesting in these opportunities, right? These opportunities for your true self to be revealed. And for other people's fears and doubts to be melted away as well. Like as you step into your understanding. Dwali cool. Oh my God. Divine mission. Enlightened action. Make choices from the heart. Exactly. You are being guided to your divine mission. Don't have, like your intuition is guiding you. Exactly. Shiva with the karmic release here. The end of a cycle. Debts are paid. Choose your destiny. Exactly. Choose to step into your destiny. Wow. I'm going to pull just a few of these major arcana cards as well for the Egyptian tarot here. And then we're going to end this. The moon, exactly. That was hidden is coming up to the surface. You guys, look, it's the Empress. Look at all that light shining around her, right? Absolutely. And we have here, in this Empress card, I really like it because it has, like a lot of the High Priestess, she has her foot on the moon here, and, you know, grounding in her intuition. And she also has, like, the bird here, like the falcon here, all that she's receiving the messages. So it's like angelic frequencies, also like ancestral energy as well. Receiving divine messages and shining those messages outward. You know, activating your light work, activating your divine mission, activating your divine purpose. Emperor in the Empress energy. Look at that. Oh, I would love it if the sun came out. That'd be amazing. The Lover's card and the Death card. Yeah, putting an end to these old cycles of karmic energy here. Ha! Ha! Love them, bitch. The sun. Let's go. Ah! I knew it. I had that trust. Yeah. Let's go. So we have that balancing here of the moon, of the sun, of the Emperor, of the Empress, this inner balance within yourself, right? This balancing of the light and shadow aspects of yourself, this balancing of the feminine and masculine energy within yourself. And, you know, we have the Hierophant here as well. So it's this energy of, again, stability, new foundation, kind of like God's plan showing itself in your life, right? You stepping into your destiny and you stepping into this balance and this harmony within yourself and allowing that light to shine, understanding that, yes, this karmic cycle that you have been fighting to get out of for so long is ending. You did it. There's one more card that wants to show itself. The Magician. Yeah. You are putting in the work, right, with that manifestation vortex to call in and become the magician, become the author of your own story. Exactly. You know, being the artist that's painting your, you know, this is painting the canvas, painting your life story, calling back in your self-sovereignty and not allowing other people to dictate who you are and to dictate what your capabilities are, or, you know, to smother your potential or anything like that. Rising above any of that. This is such beautiful energy, you guys. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Yeah, mystical knowing. I knew it. Breaking boundaries, exactly. Personal experience of God. Come on now. And this resilient spirit here with Gaia telling you, you know, I'm here and I'm helping you to heal. I'm proud of you. Staying rooted in trust and faith. Exactly. Have faith that this world is here to help you elevate, to help you heal. We have the green tower with healing light here, wellness unfolding. Know that healing is a journey. You have been on this journey for a long time, and I really feel like you are really starting to see like really legitimate 3D results, right? It's not just in, you know, not just in the visions or the dreams or the intuition that spirit is telling you, like it's really starting to show up in the 3D, and it's really starting, you know, and yeah, I'm hearing somebody say, mark my words, mark my words. I really feel like you had this energy here. Oh yeah, so stuff is coming in. I really feel like you had this energy here that, like, mark my words, like, this is going to happen. Like, I am going to make it. I am going to do this. I am going to do that. Like, you know, I know that I have a spiritual mission and that I have a, you know, like, Yeah, I'm hearing doubters will be silenced. Doubters will be silenced. Exactly. Mary Magdalene, sacred vessel. You are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. And then we have Isis here as well. Call back your power and what is rightfully yours. And Kali Ma, cut the cords to drama, fears, and limitations, period. Come through, ladies. Come through, ladies. Absolutely. Right? Like, you are your purpose. Elevation of self. You standing in that understanding is your purpose. Calling back in your power, reclaiming who you are, standing in your authentic light, changing and not allowing your expectations and the limitations that were put onto you, that were cast onto you, and that you started to believe yourself. And it is the burning away of that, the burning away of the fear of stepping into yourself and who you really are. Exactly. Separate Bay with this paradigm shift to grow, make the necessary change. You know, and I feel like it's like, oh shit, it's really here. It's really happening. You know, all my intuition and everything, spirit telling me this was going to happen and that was going to happen. I see the divine plan laying out in front of me. What? Exactly. Weigh up your options, choose your highest good. Exactly. Things are balancing out between, you know, as above, so below. And it's expanding your heart with this lady nodding here. And you're just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You know, spirit has been telling me to keep walking in faith and to keep going. And I'm seeing, you know, I'm really seeing the changes happening in my life. Yeah, follow your heart. Truth prevails. Exactly. Your truth and the truth of who you really are, the truth of your capabilities, the truth of your divine mission is really going to be shown here. Again, and I keep hearing that doubters will be silenced. Because, like, what can you say? You just look like a hater if you're still sitting there going like, well, I guess, you know, you know, and it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Look at them. They're successful. They're doing their thing. I also think this is also a karmic test for these people because it's like, oh, wait, this person has been saying that this was going to happen. They've been saying that they've been walking in faith. They've been saying that this was going to happen. And now it actually has, you know? And it is a kind of karmic realization for these other people too, where it's like, oh, it is like this questioning of like, they're being asked to question not only, you know, like trusting your intuition and being guided and the capabilities of people tapping into their intuition. You know, you might have been delivering divine messages and people are out there being like, yeah, are they really, you know, are they really going to do that? Are they really doing that? Are they really tapping into something bigger? And it's just kind of like, yes. I hear a resounding like, yes. Like, shut your mouth. You're doing this. You need to do this. You need to shut up and you need to look and you need to listen. And I feel like there's a lot of people around you, a lot of people that you will detach from and a lot of people that you will come into contact with that it's just like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I see a lot of people just being like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean this person is thriving? What do you mean they're succeeding? What do you mean? You know, I remember years ago they said this is going to happen and that's going to happen and now it's happening. And it's like, oh snap. Like, yeah, and it's this judgment moment on like, okay, well, maybe I'm limiting myself. Well, maybe I need to check into myself because this whole time I've been thinking like, no, 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 no. And then it's like, oh, yes, that was happening. And it's this kind of self-realization of like, well, why was I so determined that it was going to be a no for this person? Why was I so determined to cast this person in a certain light when clearly that's not who they are or what they are? Clearly I sold this person short, or clearly I need to examine something within myself. I need to examine my own limiting beliefs. You know, because this person said, I'm going to trust and I'm going to walk this journey and look, it's working out for them. Maybe I need to do the same. Maybe I need to walk in faith. Maybe I need to, you know, examine myself and ask myself. And it is causing awakenings in your wake. It's like you are running through a situation and it's causing this change in frequency of the people around you. And it's causing awakenings in the people around you. And It's this energy of like God lifting you up, and lifting you up, not to say that you're better than other, to put you up on a pedestal and say that you're better than people, but to show people what can happen when they walk in faith, but to show people what can happen when they walk in their authenticity, how God will step into your life and bless you when you are faithful and you do, you know, I don't want to necessarily say like do what you're told, but you know, it's like when God tells you, if you do this, you will succeed. If you let this go, it will be good for you. You know, trust me. Trust me and trust the guidance that I'm giving you, because I always want what's the best and what's for your highest good, always. You know, I want you to ascend. I want you to do better. I want you to be in prosperity and abundance and love and happiness. And trust that if you listen to the path that I'm showing to you, and if you have the bravery and the strength to overcome those things telling you that you can't walk down that path, or you won't walk down that path, or there's nothing at the end of that path for you, you know, you're not brave enough, you're not strong enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not handsome enough, you're not strong enough, you're not whatever. If you face those fears within inside of yourself, then it forces other people to hold their own fears and their own doubts within themselves and be like, oh, clearly this wasn't about that person, because they're okay, they're making it, they're doing it. You know, and that causes a reflection within self. And again, if those people decide to truly let that sink in and do all of that, that's not your business. That's not your business. That's not your thing. That's their thing. Right? There's been enough of you holding on to their energy, of you holding on to their projections, of you holding on to their expectations. Let them hold it. And there is this freedom and this releasing and this weight being lifted off your shoulders of not having to cave under the expectations of other people that have very low expectations of you or have very low feelings about you. This is so weird that these people that are just like, you're never going to make it, you're never going to do it, you're never going to be anything. And it's like this shooting up of this, yes, I can, regardless of what you have said, regardless of who you think I am. I define who I am. Me and God define who I am. I don't give a fuck what you think about who I am or who I'm supposed to be. Exactly. The lies that you tell yourself are your business. I'm not telling myself your lies anymore. Okay. Okay, collective. Exactly. Prosperity vibration. And that puts you in alignment with wealth, health, happiness. Obstacles being lifted away from you. Doors being opened. Exactly. Buddha heightened awareness. Make peace with your thoughts and with your world. And that brings you in alignment with the truth of what your world and who you really are. It brings peace to your thought. Because it's not like these negative thoughts always tearing you down and putting these limitations on you. And it's this like, God tells me I'm limitless. And that's the person I should be believing in. That's the energy that I should be listening to. Not my ego, not my fears, not my insecurities, not my doubts, not other people's fears, insecurities, egos, doubts, but me and God. That's who I should be listening to. And allow that energy of like, yeah, you're doing it. Yeah, you were right. And it's not about being right necessarily in an egotistical sense, but it's in a sense that like, yeah, you had this faith and you had this trust in yourself and you trusted and you walked in faith and it is paying off for you. And it's going to keep paying off for you. And allow that to return your magic. Allow that to return your power back to yourself. And for you to stand in the light that's rightfully the truth of who you are. Stand in the truth of who you really are. Write your own story. All right, my loves, thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm so proud of you, and this journey that you're walking is so amazing. Thank you for being here on this journey with me. I appreciate you ever so much. I learn and I grow with you guys every single day, and I'm so proud of us and all of the work and all of the accomplishments and everything that we are doing. Thank you so much for being here with me. As always, comment down below if this resonated for you. Like, share, subscribe, do the YouTube things. You know what's up. If you feel guided to get a personal reading with me, my contact information is listed down below. I want to thank your God, your angels, ancestors, masters and guides for guiding you here to get this information. I hope you gave you the love light or clarity that you needed. I want to thank my angels, ancestors, masters, and guides for guiding me through delivering this information as well as keeping me safe while they did so. Thank you guys so very much. Allow this confirmation to sit in. I understand that it might have been years of like, is this really going to happen? And doubts. And just allow yourself to be like, holy crap. Let this be like the biggest confirmation. And let the things that are happening in your life be your confirmation that you're walking the right path, you're doing the right thing, you're showing up for yourself, and let it be like this huge motivation for you to keep just racing down this path because you're doing it. Okay, I'm so very proud of you, and so are your ancestors, so are your guides. They're all cheering you on, and they're all so incredibly happy that you were here walking down this road. Thank you so much. I know it has not been an easy road. Keep going, keep your head up. Okay, you got this, and I will be there with you on the other side, okay? All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, lovelies!